All right. All right. Okay. Three, two, one, and we're live streaming. This is the eighth episode. Welcome to the chapter eight episode. Chapter eight. Continuing on the content creator fandom here. Let's talk about fandom events again. Fandom event, Edgy Expo, Windbloom Festival, OkiCon, Anime Texas, Anime New Mexico, and Onsen Anime or Anime Onsen, Bomb City Comic Con, Fort Smith Comic Con, or some kind of exercise Comic Con. That there's a latest brand new event being opened up called something that has to do with working out, Power Up or Level Up, Power Up Comic Con or something, some kind of Power Up con, hosted all under the same branch, the same wing as fandom events. Fandom events. And then there is a new brand or a new company that's supposed to be the successor of fandom events. It's called Lion and Crown. Lion and Crown. Sounds like a gin or a whiskey kind of drink. But you know what? It falls under the same ownership. Basically, the same owner of Fandom Event has sold himself to a new company which is under the same ownership to elude, to evade owing money to the vendors to all the previous conventions event that he hosted. Shame, 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 repent. Reference from I forgot what it's called. But yeah, shame, shame, repent. Oh, I forgot what that called. What that weird movie or show called. Uh, Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, again, shame, 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 repent. But once again, before I get to the point here, again, this is the eighth time I'm live streaming follow up on fandom events, and I'll reiterate, I am really doubling down, triple down, quadruple, or eighth time doubling down on this. So once again, First Amendment content disclaimer: viewer discretion advised. This content may include mature themes, discussion, or commentary intended for adult audiences 18 plus. Viewer discretion is strongly recommended. This content is created and presented in accordance with the rights protected under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, including freedom of the speech, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, and freedom of the press, media production. So any reference or any discussion from news or articles and other posts or other comment posts here on Facebook or other social media are exercised under fair use for critical critiques, commentary, news, education, and to spread awareness and to provide information as best as accurate as possible. With that, to all the viewers watching and tuning in, you have been warned. And once more, viewer discretion is advised. Mature content or discussion ahead, and exercising free speech, First Amendment rights. Once again, and this is your boy, General Sunbeam, Sunbeam Titan. Today is Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, let me double check. Oh yes, Friday, May 15th. It is Friday, May 15th. It is 9:55 p.m. Almost 10 p.m. Oh my gosh, time goes by so fast. It's already like almost 10 p.m. here. Happy Happy Foot Fetish Friday. Happy Foot Fetish Friday, by the way. I love fan service, but you know what? When there's fan service, there are a bit of feet service, foot service. So I prefer feet and feet service. So I don't care much about fan service. I'm just there to see feet. So happy Foot Fetish Friday to all the viewers, audience, and all that. I'm just throwing it out there. Be right back. is like almost like 49%, almost 50, but I'm sorry. All right. I have said this numerous times, but I'll just repeat it and reiterate it once more. All right. So as you know me, I have this is the chapter 8, episode 8 of live stream as a content creator fandom. Continuing on to report and document regarding fandom events slash Lion and Crown.
On Rumble, stream 24/7 with your favorite live streams, viral videos, live podcasts, and exclusive content. From news and politics to gaming, stock market, sports, and more, you'll never miss a moment. Discover top channels the moment you open the homepage. Scroll your personalized feed to catch every new upload from creators you follow. Then tap into the chat to join the conversation live. Start streaming, chatting, and discovering new content today by downloading the Rumble app.
Under the same ownership and the whereabouts, the future, the fate, and the future of Windbloom Festival 2026. All right. Oh my gosh. So, discretion advised. This is part 8 of my General Sunbeam slash Solar News update about fandom events, Lion and Crown, and Windbloom Festival 2026. And this is the purpose to spread awareness, to provide information, to get the word out, and to concrete document this as fact. This live stream is part of the proven fact coming from me, General Sunbeam, regarding fandom event and the fate and the future of Windbloom Festival 2026. Ever since it was posted regarding the early bird tickets that was being sold, posted on August 26, 2025, which was, I believe, which was like half a month until January 26th and January 30th of 2026, that fandom event have filed bankruptcy, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, or that was around January 26th when fandom event sold all of its asset, branding, and any copyright intellectual property to the successor, the supposed successor to Lion and Crown LLC under the same ownership. And then January 30th, 2026, that's when the same owner filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy and owed a lot of money to all the convention that the owner hosted. So he's under some serious hot water, financial legal issue, and it has to do with all that. It has to do with the money. It has to do with greed, pretty much. Uh, yeah. So viewer discretion is advised. As I was saying, I am keeping this simple and clear. Windbloom 2026 was promoted online with early bird tickets back in 2025. So again, Windbloom 2026 was promoted online with early bird tickets back in 2025. As according to all my previous live stream documenting, addressing this regarding fandom events, precisely about Windbloom Festival 2026 or Windbloom 2026, that was posted or in that and the event is currently still up here on Facebook. So regarding Windbloom, it was promoted online with early bird tickets back in 2025. People may have bought tickets, planned hotels, planned travel, or made convention plans. Now there is public confusion because Fandom Events' own website says Fandom Events LLC has ceased operations and will not produce future events. It also says certain event names and branding were sold to Lion and Crown LLC, but Lion and Crown did not assume Fandom Events debts, refunds, vendor contracts, or past obligations. And that is very fishy, very shady, and that is bad business practice. When I read it out loud many times, I read this numerous times, and you can tell that sounds dishonest right there. That sounds immature. It's basically the owners are eluding and avoiding paying any money owed to the vendors, artists, attendees, staff, and such. So that's the problem, and I think that's what's going on, and that's what's being addressed, and why the owner is in legal trouble financially, and that's the case. And I'm going to presume that is definitely the case. So it was promoted. Windbloom 2026 was promoted online with the early bird tickets back in 2025, and people, the attendee customers may have bought tickets, planned hotels, planned travel, or made convention plans. Now there is public confusion because of Fandom Events' own website says Fandom, has ceased operation, sold their assets and brand and intellectual properties to pretty much the same owner of Lion and Crown, basically just to avoid paying the money or owing any money to all the convention it has hosted in the past, and is in legal financial trouble with lawsuits and with the city or such. And Phantom Event is in such a in a court proceeding or something. And I think that's what's going on, and that's the case. So I guess that's why I'm gonna say I will pre-affirm and pre-confirm that that's the case, and that's what's going on. The owner is potentially held liable and responsible for theft, financial theft, for stealing all the money from all of the staff in all the past events hosted, and that is called embezzlement. Either spending it for himself is called embezzlement. Stealing all that money from the business for himself personally is called embezzlement. Company theft. That's dishonest. And there might have been more allegation or some sexual allegation or misconduct and such. Being called the mustard daddy, con daddy, yeah, coming from Phantom Event, the ownership of Phantom Event, the top boss, the head honcho of the organizer, yeah. So at the same time, Windbloom's website says Windbloom 2026 has not been canceled and is still proceeding. But the same page also says ticket sales, vendor applications, registrations, and sponsorships are not currently being accepted through that website. Very fishy, very shady and sketchy. That is why people are asking questions like myself. Who is legally running Windbloom 2026? Are early bird tickets still valid? Who is holding ticket money? Who handles refunds? Are vendor and artist payments protected? Is the venue contract confirmed? What happens if the event does not happen? This is not harassment. These are normal consumer protection questions. Consumer protection questions. I know I have talked about this many times already. I know I have documented this through my previous live stream, my last live stream, and the previous live stream before that, and the previous live stream before that, and another live stream before that. And I did post this numerous times asking what the heck is going on, what the freak is going on with Windbloom Festival, and why Phantom Event has ceased operation. What's going on? It would have been obvious and it would have been clear if it was still going on. They would have already announced the first guest, the second guest. They would have keep on promoting. They would have advertised and marketed on the Windbloom page, on the Windbloom event page, on fandom
He
events,
created a
even on the
good
website,
title,
on the
SEO
official Windbloom
title,
website. But it's all taken down.
and
When I go on the Windbloom official website, the Windbloom
description
website
on
itself,
Rumble here,
calling
Rumble.
all traveler and all that, it actually got taken down. The website went down, and it only took me to the Wix website. So basically, the Wix website is the host of all these subdomain of all these conventions, separate conventions under Fandom Events. So yeah, I can figure out that it's owned by Wix. That's their host. Their domain host home website is Wix. But I'm saying when I went to the Windbloom website to purchase ticket, it got taken down, and so does Edgy Expo and other related convention under Fandom Events slash Lion and Crown. I know again I'm documenting all this and repeating this over and over, but I am trying to spread across all the convention, and that's why on this live stream I tag every convention under Phantom Event and any hotel tied to it. Spread my word to spread the word and spread awareness and to really communicate to all the general public of the internet on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and even if it gets shared on Twitter X. I hope it gets shared on Twitter X, VK, Pinterest, Reddit, 4chan, MySpace, Blue Sky, Discord, Skype, MySpace again, AOL, Yahoo, Google Gmail. What else? WhatsApp, WeChat, Snapchat, every social media out there. I want the message to be spread out there and say fandom event is a fraud. Well, I will not confirm it yet, but it feels like it. When the Windbloom Festival 2026 and any related
Advertisers. Expand your reach and elevate your campaign performance with untapped audiences. On Rumble Advertising Center, reach a politically diverse audience, ready to engage. Access more buying power. 54% of Rumble's audience earns 100K plus, compared to 34% nationwide. Leverage premium inventory from top publishers, including Truth Social. Go beyond the mainstream. Reach premium audiences with Rumble Advertising Center.
convention after that within this year hosted by Fandom Events. And the people and the attendees, the customers that have already purchased a ticket for this year's Windbloom Festival in roughly in the next 4 months, ever since the early bird special tickets are out on August 26, 2025. And they have already, and it's been like, I don't know, 5 or 6 months until Fandom Events have relocated their brands to Lion and Crown. And by January 30th, 2026, Fandom Events slash Lion and Crown filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And I was in legal financial trouble in hot waters, owing that much money to all the past conventions, to the vendors, artists, staff, contractors, hotels, city properties, or the venue properties, and maybe to any attendees that didn't that felt like their monies were stolen or swindled. And I might say there's some serious financial misconduct and embezzlement, serious embezzlement going on. Believe it or not, I mean, I'm telling all this as it is, and based on what I heard and what I read on the Google document from Discord and from somewhere on Facebook. Like some of my friends, peers are sharing their experiences. This was way back in 2023 during Etchy Expo Cosplay Prom, the Cosplay Gala Prom, at the Hilton by Marriott or Marriott by something in the Impact Boulevard in Pflugerville, Texas. That was so there was an allegation regarding the owner with 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 one of the staff or one of the face of Etchy Expo, who was that was advertising and marketing Etchy Expo, fandom event Etchy Expo, that eventually created Waifu Expo, Kimochi Con or something. So there is so now there are like few other adult, not safe for work, 18 plus related convention out there, all that. But yeah, I'm gonna reiterate. So again, I'm just gonna repeat again. So this is why people are asking questions. Who is legally running Windbloom 2026? That's gonna begin roughly 4 months from now. Are early bird tickets still valid? Who is holding ticket money? Who handles refund? Are vendor and artist payments protected? Is there a buyer protection for those? And including the attendees? Like who handles refund once again? Is the venue contract confirmed? What happens if the event does not happen? That's a big thing. This is not harassment. These are normal consumer protection questions. And we, the attendee customers, and the vendor or artists that spend money on tables and the tickets and the badge, the pass, they have the right to ask these questions. So, yeah, what's going on? What the hell is going on? And let me check. I'm going to check. Let me see if I get any likes or comments. Once again, I said this a First Amendment, and thank you for the likes. Oh, one viewer. Thank you for the views. Johnny Million. Thank you, Johnny Million. Like your real. Continuing on the address. Continuing on the address, episode 8 of the Content Creator Fandom. So thank you for watching. Thank you for viewing, and thank you for liking. Appreciate that. And no shares, no clips. For freaking too low FPS. Freak that. Don't give a crap about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna, again, continue on the address, episode 8 of the Content Creator Fandom arc. Fort Smith Comic Con. Hampton by Hilton, Mesquite Convention Center, Windbloom, Bomb City Comic Con, Anime Texas, Anime New Mexico, OkiCon, Etchy Expo, and inspired by Volusia County, Mike Chitwood. I'm going to put the nail in the coffin and end this career. I didn't mean to be that blunt, but I'm going to say it like that just to be dramatic. If I were to have purchased that early bird ticket, say a VIP Aristocrat Weekend Pass for the next Windbloom Festival 2026, roughly in 4 months from now, only for the owner of that event to swindle and screw with my hard-earned money, and we, the hardworking, dedicated attendees' money, there will be more backlashes, more controversies, more demand for refund and answers. I am the one that would document. But luckily, I didn't book the hotel nor purchase the ticket. I had a feeling something like this would happen, and I don't get how lucky and suddenly fortunate that I am able to avoid all these controversy moments surrounding convention or public events. Like, for example, Instagram.com/cancel box of props. Like, there have been issues with box of props, George Rosh Martinez, again, box of props, Mario, box of props, Truth, then the whole Wheat Pete with Diddy P or P Diddy ordeal. Then Vic Minokna, Vic M, and Anime Matsuri, and the original voice actor of Tainari from Genshin Impact. Those what I remembered well. There may have been other large misconduct, but you know that the sky is the limit, and there will be crimes, allegations of misconduct left, right. It's well as it is. So again, viewer discretion is advised and pledge under the First Amendment rights as well as open door policy. So this live stream is public commentary, consumer awareness, and convention community discussion. It is not legal advice, financial advice, or claim of confirmed criminal guilt. But I am not going to sit just let corruption and any form of crime happen under noses. I'm gonna document and I'm gonna address it and call it out. And to anyone following me, I appreciate hoping to have 500 followers. Oh my gosh, 499 followers. Just one more. Give me 505. Give me 1,000 followers. I'm really trying to spread the word and keeping the peace and keeping the community safe and protecting the hard-earned money of the hardworking attendee customers. Oh, Happy Foot Fetish Friday. Actually, let me move the trash can. And it's getting hot, so I'm gonna take off my shirt too. So again, viewer discretion is advised. Oh, okay. As you can see here, this is how much it costs. A T-shirt, see, T-shirt, Etchy Expo, VIP. That costs a lot of money just to get the VIP weekend pass. But at least it comes with a shirt. Hey, at least I can go home with a shirt and I can keep this. I'm happy. So again, I'm glad. Well, I'm with some sort of merchandise. All right, mic check, testing, testing, testing. All right. Sorry about the long delay and wait. Just trying to start my Twitch and Rumble. Doing that on a mobile phone. All right. So yeah, just promoting some bit on get a bit on get some promoting my Rumble here. You can see I've been doing all that. Okay, so three, two, one. Currently live streaming. Live streaming. Hello, 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 Rumble, hello, YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. Streaming multi four ways. Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook as usual. Sorry about that. Just organizing stuff for background, better background, just to advertise in the background. So, hello, viewers, audiences. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching my live stream from start to finish. Hoping to share, repost. So, again, as always, just like my previous live stream here on YouTube and Facebook, I'll reiterate First Amendment content disclaimer, viewer discretion advised. Viewer discretion is advised. This content may include mature themes, discussions, or commentary intended for adult audiences 18 plus, not safe for work. Viewer discretion is strongly recommended. This content is created and presented in accordance with the rights protected under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, including freedom of speech, freedom of expression and press media production, recording, and the liberty of uncensorship, the rights to speak your mind freely, because one has a mouth, like myself. I have a mouth, and I'm already talking, speaking, stating, addressing here, speaking my mind freely. And as every employment, there is open door policy, open door discussion, open door chat, which is also, again, liberty of uncensorship. We have the right to speak our mind, to provide feedback, critique, hopefully constructive criticism and constructive feedbacks, here to enhance, to promote safety and keeping everyone safe and general awareness. So again, viewer discretion is advised, and for all viewers and audiences watching at this hour, you have been warned. So hello again, hello YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Rumble. Hello viewers and audiences. As you know who I am now at this point, I've been doing a lot of live streams and a lot of video content where I am showing my face. This is me, General Sunbeam, Sunbeam Tai 10, Sunbeam 007, Sunbeam 0072, Sunbeam 0, Sunbeam 10, Sunbeam 13, or just Sunbeam. I got the name Sunbeam from Zatch Bell, the classic anime back in the early 2000s. Zatch Bell, second season when the Carpenter Cap Sunbeam was introduced, and the Momoto Ponygon, which is a pony, found its owner, Cap Sunbeam, with the orange spell book. Have you heard of Zatch Bell? Well, welcome. Welcome to my childhood. I grew up with Zatch Bell, One Piece, Naruto, Bobo, Megas, XLR around the early time when Toonami was kid friendly. Early 2000 when Toonami was kid friendly, before Adult Swim, before fan service, and all this etchiness on Adult Swim, before adult content were introduced. I grew up around the early 2000s, the late 90s, 1990s, and around that time. So you have seen me somewhere. You have recognized me. I know for sure you have seen me somewhere. You have recognized me. I'm here, and yep, you can't be certain that there's no way that nobody have completely not known me inside out or read me like a book. I'm around. I've been here streaming and making content. I'm not hiding behind a closet or anything. You've seen me somewhere. You have recognized me. At least at some point, you've seen me in passing somewhere. I've been through a lot of cities in Central Texas, and at one point in Honolulu, Hawaii, at the island of Oahu, during COVID-19, during 2021, around the vaccine era, when the Pfizer, the Moderna, Johnson and Johnson, all that. You have probably seen me working at Amazon or used to work at Amazon. You have seen me wearing the blue hard hat, and the orange high visibility vest. You've seen me with these phones. Well, I am showing my face on YouTube and Rumble and maybe in Twitch, but you've seen me with 3 phones and all that. I'm sure you have recognized me. You have seen me somewhere, and you have seen me at a lot of conventions, such as IkiCon, A-Fest, Anime Fest, and Sheraton Hotel, in Frisco, Plano, Dallas. You have seen me at Etchy Expo by Fandom Events and Windbloom Festival in 2024, 2023. Cosplaying as Sino from Genshin Impact during the Sumeru. So you have seen me with my wife or my girlfriend or my fiance at that time, back in 2023, 2024, around there. You have seen me somewhere. So without a doubt, you should have recognized me or at least have a glimpse of what I look like. And, so I'm just throwing it out there. So as always here, I'm promoting my Wattpad. I am for Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. 10 followers, And you can see I posted here on my conversation on my last pinned message. And this user, I don't know how this user has 24 followers, 24, joined January 3rd, 2013, and has all these followers. And this was July 12th, 2021 at 9:05 p.m. Still writing my new story about coming close, ending, took a little longer. And yeah, this is around pandemic, COVID-19 around this time. And Wolf Dog 19 has 24 followers. And I still got 10 followers. I don't get how Wolf Dog 19 got 24 followers and why I'm still stuck at 10 followers. And look at this. I produce all these stories here. Look at this. How active I am, or at the time. You can see I wrote a lot of these stories on Wattpad, and I have strongly promoted my wattpad.com/user/sunbeam007 numerous times. I don't know why I'm stuck at 10 followers. I used to have 21 followers. Now I went down to 7 followers. Now I went up to 10 followers and occasionally 11, 12 followers. But they are just dead users, bots, and I don't understand what the heck is going on. My inbox is just nothing but Wattpad itself, promo. There's some no. Let me see if I got updates, any updates. Let's see, social feed, nothing. No social feed. Last chance, all these advertisement, and there's this user named Kia Park 47, Kia Park 47, commenting on all this, saying there's a site called TeenFit. Blossom of love. This is back before AI exists. Modern day AI. This is my story right here. Look at all that. 26 minutes of read, only 17 views, 9 comments. All right, let's go all the way down to comments. I don't know what the heck is going on here. See, spamming. I don't know how this user, Kia Park 47, Kia Park 47 got 124 followers. I do not vote for vote. I do not vote for vote, follow for follow and such. So please don't ask. I only want votes and stuff from people who are actually interested in my work. Has 3.3 followers from Fate, story by Kia Park 47, all these stuff. I don't know what the heck. My current longest chapter from longest to least longest. Okay, so this is June 6th, 2026. June 6th. This was recent. Not too long. From Kia Park 47. From Kia Park 47. Oh boy. So yeah, final report. Might as well. Yeah, so I reported the user Kia Park 47 for spamming, and I might as well get him address here and get him call him out. Just get them all highlighted. And let me help get my phone. There you go. So there you go. Kia Park. Kia Park 47, 124 followers. Reported the account on Wattpad for spamming. Eight months ago. 8 months ago. comments, all these annoying comments here from that KR7. Look at all that. There's your fact right here. I reported that user account, shut it down for spamming inappropriate repeated comments about Teen Fic. Don't know what that is. File a DMCA. This is something legal that will force Teen Fic app to remove your stories. Yeah, so there you go. Sorry for all the quietness. Just taking action and reporting and flagging that user Kia Park 47 on Wattpad for spamming all across my stories. Deleted the comment and flagged multiple comments as spam, nuisance, and annoying to Wattpad. And reported and mute and block that user. I don't appreciate all this spamming regarding TeamFic. I don't know if that's true, but I doubt any of my stories have been copyrighted onto TeamFic by some troll and user. But that Kia Park 47, muted, blocked, and reported. Flagged that account for spamming repeatedly across several of my stories of my previous old stories. And I don't appreciate it. I want genuine supporters, genuine followers, not spamming, not botting, and not solicitators. Oh. So yeah, follow me on Wattpad, General Sunbeam at Sunbeam007. Come on, give me more than 10 followers. Give me some legitimate, genuine 50 followers, 100 followers, 200, 500, 1,000. Come on, help me out here. I appreciate the support, reposts, and shares on my Wattpad. All right. Okay. All right. So once again, so I'm streaming on Twitch and Rumble. So I did a previous live stream on Facebook and YouTube only, and I'm just talking about promoting my Supremacy, Clash Between Heroes and Villains, as you saw earlier on my Wattpad on General Sunbeam, Sunbeam007. Really trying to promote that and get it out there in the general public of the internet. Trying to really pitch the idea, pitch the goal. And I said this numerous times already. I said this over and over numerous times and really been promoting my identity, uh, more than just a content creator, live streamer, and an Asian male model in the general modeling, and just trying to be out there and make a name for myself. So you know me. You should be knowing me at this point already, reading me like a book. Already know me, my hobbies, my interests, what I like, what I care, what I don't like, what I don't care, and what I'm doing away. I mean, I'm more about being productive and chasing my dream goal, my in-game career goal here. Now, now me now again, my name is Sunbeam Titan. You know me as Tai M Nguyen, Vietnamese Asian, born and raised here in Texas, USA, here in America. Been living in America from pretty much almost majority of my life ever since birth. I've been born around late 1990s, early 2000. Been living here in Central Texas majority of my life. I used to work at my family restaurant. They used to own a Mongolian barbecue called Mongol Fire Grill, Mongolian Barbecue, Mongolian Grill, and then Mongol Fire Grill. Used to have three restaurants under my family, my immediate family, and my family's legacy, owning three restaurants in ATX, downtown Central ATX, Northwest ATX, and La Frontera Ramrock, La Frontera Ramrock on Sundance Parkway in that area, on Sundance Parkway in the La Frontera area. So if you remember Mongolian Barbecue, Mongolian Grill, and Mongol Fire Grill, then you have seen me around that time. This is early 2000 to mid to late, before 2020, before 2019, so around 2017, 2018.
the lifespan of Mongolian grill, Mongol fire grill, Mongolian barbecue. If I still have that, oh boy, I'm gonna fall off. That's it. So, yep, there you go. All right, I'm just sharing this on YouTube and on Rumble, Twitch. If you remember this, Mongol fire, Mongol grill. That's right. Yep. So Mongol Fire, Mongolian and Asian Fusion Grill, mongolfiregrill.com, 12636 Research Boulevard, number A110, A110, Austin, Texas 78759. Phone number, or used to be phone number, is 512-335-8888. This is the Mongol Fire gift card, fresh, healthy, delicious. Mongolian Grill, stir fry to perfection. That's the motto. So this card may be redeemed only for applicable goods or services only at location displayed. Card is not replaceable if lost, stolen, destroyed, altered, or used without owner's permission. Card is non-refundable and is not redeemable for cash. Visit mongolfiregrill.com to register your card, to check balance, and for special offers. This was at the time when Mongolian Grill, Mongol Fire Grill was back in business, back around before COVID-19 pandemic. You know, time flies. But again, here on YouTube and Rumble and Twitch, just sharing this again. This is my family, my immediate family's legacy. When they used to own 3 restaurant locations: Mongolian Barbecue, Mongolian Grill, Mongol Fire Grill. This is the pinnacle of my existence around the time PlayStation 4, PS4 exists, PlayStation 2, PlayStation Classic, the classic first PlayStation. That's around the time before PlayStation 5 exists. Have you heard of PS4, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox, I don't know, before Xbox One? Then you remember this: Mongolian Grill, Mongol Fire Grill, Mongolian Barbecue. That's right. Here in Central ATX, Northwest ATX, La Frontera, Ramrock, 3 locations of the Mongolian stir fry, Mongolian related stir fry, but now it no longer exists, and this was part of the history. So again, just really promoting this, getting this on camera, putting this as recognition. So yeah, that is my family legacy. When back then, when they were business owners of Mongolian Barbecue, Mongolian Grill, and then eventually changed name to Mongol Fire Grill in the Northwest ATX, around across from BB's Rover, and now it's history. It's just down the archive and history of the business on people.com, business.com. Now it's an Indian restaurant called Indie Gate at the Northwest, near Oak Knoll Boulevard in Northwest ATX region. So yeah, my family were business owners, and at the time they were in their prime, running great business. They were working really hard, working their butt off. So yeah, if you recognize Mongolian Grill, Mongol Fire Grill, Mongolian Barbecue, you have seen me somewhere. You have recognized me. I used to work part time, full time with my immediate family members. Back in the days, around early to mid 2000s, before COVID-19, before the vaccine rolled out in 2021. Now, just politics is just getting worse. Politics just getting worse under the current POTUS, the president. The previous president, I don't know if it's worse than the current, but I know the other the former president Barack Obama, around that time was when my family were business owners. When I used to work as a server, a waiter at the Mongolian Barbecue, Mongolian Grill, Mongol Fire Grill, back in those days. Now it's just politics is just getting out of hand. Politics is so polarized and so much. But okay, so anyway, I'm getting distracted here. So I am General Sunbeam, Sunbeam Titan. You know who I am. You see me around at conventions, Comic Cons, at a lot of several conventions since 2012. My first convention was at Anime Fest, A Fest in Sheraton Hotel around the Dallas area. I went with my childhood friend for one day on a Sunday, and it was like four floors or something. And I got several pictures. I was cosplaying as Lelouch Lambarouche at the Ashford Academy, the school attire of the main character of Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. At that time, Code Geass was my number one favorite anime before I was introduced to Sword Art Online on Toonami or Adult Swim long time ago, the first original season of Sword Art Online. And that became my top favorite anime because it has to do with my entire life as an MMORPG gamer on PC, on computers, laptop, PC, and all that. I played like World of Warcraft and those related MMORPG games. So yeah, you have recognized me. You have recognized me IRL. You have recognized me online on many MMORPG games. I also did play a bit of tabletop RPGs. Not a big fan of it. It takes too long to get ahead, reach the end game. I mean, I heard of Dungeons and Dragons (D&D) with the first tabletop RPG, and now they made several variation of it, but never played it. And I'm not gonna read the guidebook or anything because I ain't starting all over from scratch. Heck no. So yes, thank you for watching, thank you for hearing me out. Appreciate the subscribe, appreciate the share, repost. Thank you for following me on Facebook. Thank you for following me on Wattpad. Thank you for following me on Rumble and Twitch. As you have seen me around from somewhere. Before I begin the main live stream discussion, I want to briefly reiterate my long-term creative goal as General Sunbeam. I'm more than just a content creator, a live streamer here. My ultimate dream is to become a serious anime creator, producer, and director with my original Wattpad story, as I'm showing it right there on broadcast. Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. As the foundation of that vision, okay, let me put the phone right there. All right, so yes, so again, briefly reiterate my long-term creative goal as General Sunbeam. My ultimate dream is to become a serious anime creator, producer, and director. With my original Wattpad story, Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains, as the foundation of that vision, I hope to one day pitch this concept to anime studios, independent animation teams, streaming platforms, creative media companies, and professional collaborators who understand the full anime production pipeline. Again, I'll reiterate. With my original Wattpad story, Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains, with my original Wattpad story, Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains as the foundation of that vision. I hope to one day pitch this concept to anime studios, independent or indie animation teams, streaming platforms, creative media companies, and professional collaborators who understand the full anime production pipeline. Supremacy is a 2D anime style political, military, supernatural, superpower driven story and isekai set in the year 5007. So this is like futuristic sense. Set in the year 5007 after prolonged climate change, warfare, and universal collapse changed the future of humanity. On the massive planet of Titanumus. Sorry, I don't know why I'm having fun saying that term. So Titanumus is pretty much the alternative version or the alternative dimension isekai version of Earth. How I describe Titanumus is just like a 3 times bigger version of Earth, and it has its own creative meaning. Titan means something big, something giant, large, like Attack on Titan. Those Titans, giant. Titan means giant, big, large. You, as in you, all about you. In this case, it's about the main characters. So you, it's about you. So Titan you, Titan numas, or mas, how you pronounce it, is a Spanish word for more. Basically, mas is Spanish for more, and that's what comes to my mind. So altogether, Titanumas is giant, all about you, and it's big. It's more. There's more to come. to the big, it's gonna get bigger, worse, better, or so. It's all about you, and it's all about you, and there's more things to come. A lot of unpredictableness, but again, it's isekai, alternative dimension of Earth, and that's what it's called, the planet of Titanumas. A new humanity rises through powerful regimes, sovereign nations, military alliances, and godlike rulers known as absolute leaders. Absolute leaders are near immortal, superhuman dictators and supreme rulers with overwhelming power. Ordinary soldiers, normal armies, and lesser fighters, or typical lesser heroes, at least at my discretion as my own author, cannot easily defeat them. So it's like one of those overpowered animes like Overload, One Punch Man, you name it, where again, this is one of those that fits in these overpowered OP main characters where soldiers and lesser superheroes cannot easily defeat them. So just imagine that One Punch Man combined with Overload and other overpowering anime characters and such. So ordinary soldiers, normal armies, and lesser fighters cannot easily defeat them. In this story world, only another absolute leader can truly challenge or defeat an absolute leader. So in this story world, only another absolute leader can truly challenge or defeat an absolute leader. This creates the central rule of the story. Only equals can defeat equals. Oh, I forgot to play this music. Let's get some music in the background. Oh, freaking HEB delivery. Freaking HEB ad. Come on, give me some money. I hope you. Yeah, I don't know if the music plays, but okay, it plays in the background, but hopefully it's not too loud. There you go. So let's get some music playing. So yes, in this story world, only another absolute leader can truly challenge or defeat an absolute leader. This creates the central rule of the story. Only equals can defeat equals. Ah, got dry lips. Sorry about that. Ah. Well, yeah, only equals can defeat equals. The story focuses on eight major absolute leaders, four heroic leaders, and four villainous leaders. The heroic alliance is known as the Allied Evolution Salvation, or AES, consisting of the solar regime, lunar regime, star regime, and galaxy regime. While the villainous opposition is known as the Bullying Revolutionary Deficiency, or BRD, consisting of the Darken regime, Blacken regime, Shadow regime, and Death regime. Their clash creates a massive conflict between order and chaos, protection and domination, survival and destruction, and the future of mankind here in the planet of Titanumas. My goal is to develop supremacy clash between heroes and villains beyond Wattpad, live streams, and social media posts, and various content video creation productions. I want it to grow into animated series. I want it to grow into animated series or animated scenes, voice acting, music, storyboards, character designs, posters, merchandise, and eventually a complete anime style production. I am open to serious collaborators including writers, artists, animators, storyboard artists, editors, voice actors, music composers, producers, investors, legal advisors, studio contacts, and anyone connected to anime or animation production. Yes, connected to anime or animation production. With that said, I also want to address real life work experiences, stress, productivity pressure, productivity pressure, and workplace systems that have shaped my own perspective as a creator, and as a worker. Now, where was I on my previous live stream regarding the stress about Amazon's work culture, management expectations, and work quotas? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The pressure of rates, guardrails, productivity metrics, and numbers was stressful. I have been written up for not meeting expectations or work quotas tied to metrics and performance numbers. I understand that companies need productivity, but when a workplace becomes too computerized, too robotic, too numbers driven, and too focused on rate or metrics again, it can make workers feel like they are being treated more like machines than people. Yeah, that's true. They make workers feel inhumane, like they feel like they are being treated more like machines, walking numbers than people. Several YouTubers say it as it is. Several YouTubers that currently are used to work at Amazon relate regarding Amazon, any fulfillment center or sortation centers, and even at Amazon Fresh or formerly as a Whole Food shopper, they had to deal with the metrics, the rates, and I disagree with it. I spoke out and spoke my mind with previous managers when I used to work there. That I disagree with the race. I disagree with the management. I disagree with the work culture. I don't like that everything is computerized and focused on rates, metrics. I think it's unfair, and computers doesn't track human activities such as stepping out to use restroom, going on break, and of course they stress about being on your phone. Many W-2 jobs, they don't like employees being on their phone. They don't like to see workers on their phone. When you clock in, you're on their time. You work, work, work. Productivity. You gotta be proactive. I mean, that's the thing disagree about W-2 employment in general, with all due respect. Same thing with some 1099 gigs or 1099 related opportunities. I disagree with their policy too. Just to be fair, I mean, it's very hard to be a business owner, to be a strong, successful entrepreneurship because there's no way to avoid termination. You can get terminated by the city, whether you're both a business owner or a landlord combined, because you're not above the law or above the policy or above God at the same level. You can't you can't be immune to termination. There's always rules, regulation, and policies in terms of service. Yeah, so yeah, there is rules to follow wherever you go. You can't really run or hide from it unless you buy out and build your own island. I don't know how you can do that as a human, humanly build your own island and create your own continent or something. I don't know. But as I was saying, I disagree with the Amazon management, workplace culture, and all about the metrics, computer, robotics, and stuff, even artificial intelligence. Makes workers feel like they are being treated more like machines, tools than people. Robotics and automation may help companies move packages faster, but workers are still human. Just to be just to be as it is. Workers are still human. Employees are still human. Even supervisors and managers are still humans, not robots. We ain't machines and robots. People get tired. People have bodies. People have stress. People have injuries. People have different learning speeds. People have medical issues and, of course, impairment or disability, mental strain, and life outside the warehouse or fulfillment centers, facilities. When every second becomes a number, morale can break down. That is one reason I move away from Amazon and continue trying to build something more aligned with my identity. Writing, content creation, anime production, creative work, and independent opportunities. I am not saying nobody should work at Amazon. I am saying that for me personally, the culture of metrics, rates, management expectations, robotics, work quotas, and productivity pressure did not fit the future I want. I do not want to retire, and my parents or immediate family members stress so much about keeping that job, retiring to that job, retiring long term from that job, continuing to work at Amazon, reapply, and get that job back. I don't like it. I don't like working at Amazon, and I disagree with my immediate family. I believe in autonomy, independence, and the right to choose my own job, like choosing my own doctor, my own dentist, like the freedom of independence, autonomy. I mean, nobody lives on forever. I'll say that in general. We are not immortal. We are not like Jesus Christ. But everyone has a right to choose their own job, choose their own success, define themselves, be themselves, live out their life as they see fit within the law. rules and policies. But again, I am saying that for me personally, the culture of metrics, rates, management expectations, work quotas, robotics, and productivity pressure did not fit the future I want. This is why I keep returning to my in-game career goal. I want to create anime. I want to create anime. All right, sorry, I had to lower the music volume down just because I probably I cannot hear my own voice and probably the music is louder than my voice. So once again, I am saying that for me personally, the culture of metrics, management expectations, robotics, artificial intelligence, work quotas, and productivity pressure did not fit the future I want. I don't like being surrounded by machines. I don't like being on my feet 10, 11, or 12 hours on my feet, even though I get two breaks. One is unpaid and the other is paid, which is scan to scan. At 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., when you take your second break, you scan your item exactly at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., beep, beep, and then you try to get back on time after 30 minutes and you scan your first item at the end of your break. That's scan to scan. The management are fairly strict and excessive on that, and they keep on stressing it that it is scan to scan on your second break. Usually on your first break, you don't have to, but I would recommend scanning at 10 or scanning close to the first break, making sure you get a lot of scans in before you go on your first break and then you clock out. But of course, when you clock in, you are being labor tracked. You are being labor tracked, and I hate being labor tracked. I hate being tracked in a strict security surveillance sense. But there's camera, there's CCTVs, CCTV surveillance cameras all across the facility and even outside the facility at the parking lot. Again, that's what CCTV cameras are for. Security cameras in general are there to protect, to keep people safe, to deter crimes and trespassers, and to prevent unlawful activities. That's the point of security cameras and CCTV cameras. So I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, they are on your side if you're an innocent victim and you're following the policies, following the law, and following the rules. You're doing what you're told by the management supervisor and doing to the best of your abilities as humanly as possible. But again, regarding Amazon or anything that has to do with Amazon, I disagree with Amazon. I don't like the work culture. I don't like the work culture of metrics, rates, all these numbers, management expectations, and robotics, artificial intelligence, and productivity pressure. It did not fit the future I want. I don't like it. I don't want to retire off of it. I don't want it to be my destiny or my fate or tied to me because of my parents' expectation or my immediate family. My immediate family stress about it. They brag that Amazon is the best place to work. Literally, I have worked there twice, and I hate being on my feet. I have shown pictures and shown a lot of images and a lot of videos of what it's like to work there behind the scene. And there's a lot of other content creator that used to work or still working at Amazon that have posted their videos on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitch that has live stream and talk about Amazon, showing the behind the scene what it's like to work at one of the fulfillment center, showing those gray warehouse floors, those concrete floors, the gray concrete floors, carts, robotic carts, those blue go karts where outbound ship dock bring those carts and put in those trailer docks number like 186, 202, 204. There's a lot of boxes, heavy boxes, a lot of sweating, working in a hot facility. Yeah, you gotta. It's always hustle, 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 straining, going home, breaking your back, strenuous activity. Like I don't like working there myself. I don't like it. I don't want to work there full time. I would rather work there 4 hours once a day part time. I mean, unlikely, but my immediate family and my parents have advised me to reapply and go back working there full time. 40 hours, 55 hours long term and retire. My immediate family keep on stressing about it and they keep talking about it. But they just told me, they just advised me to take that job and go back to Amazon and quit my pool monitoring shift, pool attendant shift, lunch drop, DoorDash. Stop doing all that and just stick with Amazon. Stick with that, working 40 hours, 55 hours, or 50 hours, full time, regular time. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, sometime overtime, mandatory overtime or mandatory extra time on Saturday as standard 40-hour shift, the donut shift, which is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and overtime Saturday. That's the standard donut shift for my immediate family and my wife that are currently working at Amazon at a warehouse fulfillment center. I mean, people that pass by, living in or around Round Rock or Huddle, that pass by the area, I'm sure you're familiar with working at Amazon. You work at Amazon Fresh, Whole Foods as an Amazon Prime Now shopper, working at a sortation center, working as delivery, delivering packages. I'm sure there are rates, metrics, numbers, work quotas. You have to meet a certain rate. You have to keep fasting, beep, 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 scanning packages or scanning item, beep, 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 beep. Almost everything is scan, precisely scan rates. Beep, 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 like beep, 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 not beep, 1 hour beep, like that. It's all about beep, 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 beep. Like that's the rates. That's the definition of rates right there. So I've been stressing that a lot because I don't like working there. I worked there twice and I finally quit in 2025, around late August or early August 2025. So it's like 1 year anniversary the day I left Amazon, and I started working seasonal part time as pool attendant here in this community neighborhood, enforcing pool safety rules, pool rules, doing restroom checks, cleaning the pool enclosure, the interior of the pool enclosure, keeping the residents or guests or the community safe. I mean, I'm working hard as always. I bring the best work ethic and the workflow in me, trying to do my best as humanly as possible to the best of my abilities. Again, I'm not a big fan of W-2 jobs in general. And I will reiterate that my family, my immediate family, my parents want me to reapply and stick with Amazon. Stick with Amazon 40-hour donut shift if possible and work overtime on Saturday. I used to work 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., 4 days, sometimes 5 days, and it's very stressful. I hate being on my feet. I hate standing on that gray concrete warehouse floor. I hate standing for almost 10 hours of my shift, 11 hours or 12 hours. It is so stressful. It is so PTSD strenuous. I don't like it. You can see how much I'm complaining about it already. I don't like working there. But my family advised me to pick that shift, go back to Amazon, work full time, 40 hours, 4 days a week, sometimes 5 days a week, 55 hours maximum, almost 60 hours. And it's all about the culture, metric rates, and the management expectations. I hate the strict management work culture. Robotics, AI, artificial intelligence, and productivity pressure did not fit the future I want. This is why I keep returning to my end game career goal. I want to produce anime. I want to develop anime. I want to create anime. I want to be an anime creator, producer, like all the producer on Crunchyroll, like Monty Ohm, RWBY, Ruby, Rooster Teeth. I want to be like those creators. I want to be like them. I want to write stories. I want to write stories. I want to produce Supremacy. Supremacy clash between heroes and villains. I want to build toward Project Anime Town. Well, I doubt that. But that's part of it. That's what's on my mind when I used to work at Amazon. The thought came to my mind about Project Anime Town when I used to go to Crescent of Lamar at Airport Boulevard, somewhere in South near Central Midtown ATX. Crescent of Lamar, where the Japanese bookstore Kinokuniya, Tori gift collection, Alicor, or that Corgi style Japanese shop or something. It is around the area. It's called the Crescent of Lamar. That's the name of the shopping strip. So they have like several otaku pop culture style with a lot of Korean and Asian style food and eateries, and that's close to Anime Town or Anime Plaza or Anime City. Project Anime Town. Now on Facebook, there is a convention event called Anime Town on Facebook, and I did share that on my Facebook post, but I deleted it because it's probably not getting a lot of views. But there is a convention event called Anime Town. So I knew there would be a term called Anime Town, but that's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking about storefronts, several storefronts all across the shopping strip, anime theme, like karaoke, focus on 2D anime, singing openings, intro songs from several Crunchyroll animes, anime theme maid cafes, anime theme like Zen Food Fast that plays anime on TV. Shout out to the management and the staff of Zen Japanese Food Fast or Fast Food at Anderson Lane on Northwood Plaza. So shout out to the management and the staff of Zen's Japanese Food Fast for playing anime on the top corner of the TV above the drink station. Yeah, I've been there a lot and they recognize me. So I'm just promoting and advertising Zen Japanese Food Fast, and I love that place. That's one example that I want to see being built at the Crescent of Lamar, that shopping center, and I would help envision what I thought about Project Anime Town. So yes, I want to build towards Project Anime Town. I want to be a producer, anime producer of Supremacy, Clash Between Heroes and Villains, based off of my original concept of on my Wattpad stories, as I'm sharing right there on YouTube and Facebook. But of course, hello, Rumble and Twitch. Just promoting that as well on Twitch and Rumble about it. I want creative work. I want creative work, not endless warehouse pressure, not endless semi-sustainable seasonal other jobs. I don't want to keep working W2. I want this to be my W2 job. I want to produce my own anime and want this to be my W4 W2 job. Now, now I want to move now moving on to the next topic subject segment. Now I want to move into cancel culture or talk about cancel culture, anime convention controversy, and public allegations. This includes topics people have discussed around Anime Matsuri, Vic Mignogna, Vic M or Vic Mignogna, how you pronounce his last name, Vic M or Vic Mig, Whole Wheat Pete, and P Diddy or Diddy P Diddy, cancel box of props and other cosplay or convention related controversies. Now, I want to be very careful here. Very careful here. I'm trying to really be precise here and concise here on talking about these sensitive, triggering, hot topics here regarding all this past misconducts of all these convention and all these public figures. I know several of my friends have discussed hatred and a lot of scandals regarding all this misconduct and sexual allegations in the past since 2016 to now. And I'm just bringing up and again spreading, adding two and two all together that these misconduct will continue. And it's not always the convention's fault. It's usually the volunteer, the guests, vendors, or independent attendees' fault. It's just because one bad apple doesn't make the whole bad apple very bad all the way to the giant bad apple. It's not always the convention's chairman or the staff's fault, just to be fair. So anyway, let me continue with here. So I'm going to be very careful here. So allegations are not automatically legal proof. I want to be clear. Allegations are not automatically legal proof. They are not instantly confirmed. Social media posts are not automatically court findings. Call out pages are not automatically final judgment. At the same time, people who report harassment, misconduct, unsafe behavior, or abuse should not be mocked, silenced, or ignored. Well, just to be fair, so I mean, this is what allegation truly means. Like myself, I don't know if the owner, the chairman behind Anime Matsuri, did all these allegations, sexual allegations, back in 2016, somewhere around there, at the time when this was being addressed and called out, and there was the boycott Anime Matsuri, the Me Too movement, where all these women that worked for the owner of Anime Matsuri were sexually harassed. And I don't know because I'm not there. I've never been to Anime Matsuri in the Houston area at the Houston Convention Center. So that's what allegation means. I don't know if the owner did it. The owner of Anime Matsuri, the chairman of Anime Matsuri did it. That's what I'm trying to communicate here. Same thing with Vic Mignogna, the English voice actor of Edward Elric, the main character of the Orin High School Host Club. Sadly, he and Vic Mig also voiced Broly from Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball's franchise, I think. But same thing with Vic M. There has been a lot of YouTube content discussing about him, and there's been a lot of several allegations and hate and scandal and controversy surrounding that English voice actor of Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood. So Vic M, I don't know, same thing. I never met him. I don't know him personally. So again, his allegation is allegations. There have been a lot of discussions about Vic M filing a defamation suit, but that got dropped and it didn't go into his favor. And somewhat he still is featured and premiered as a voice actor, as a guest in small amount of conventions. From what I saw on Instagram, I did share that and I did talk about it, but I'm sure he's still roaming free on public streets, going around doing it, being himself, and being invited to only few or small numbers of convention or public events. For the English voice actor of Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood. So that's all I know about Vic M. I don't know any other developing details of what he's doing, but I'm sure he's out on the public streets and he continues on to be defamed and a controversial, scandalous figure. I'm just saying it as it is. I am neutral. I don't side with either for or against. I'm just being even Steven, unbiased, and trying to be fair. Whole wheat Pete. Whole wheat Pete, for sure, I'm pretty sure he still continues being himself before the whole wheat Pete with P Diddy or DDP, whatever, with that other partner user. But this whole weird allegation of imitating the Justin Bieber kind of thing that sparks a lot of controversy, a lot of triggers, and a lot of sensitivity. So whole wheat Pete, he still continues to produce content on YouTube, Instagram, maybe on Twitter X or Facebook. I don't know what he's doing right now. If he's still going to con or convention, I'm sure he's still doing the Demon Slayer cosplay skit with his friends. But I know he's still producing YouTube content and Instagram content. Whole wheat Pete. But he did make an apology regarding the P Diddy partnership thing with all that sensitive matter surrounding all that. But he still continues to produce YouTube and Instagram content as a content creator, probably live streaming and still going to conventions. Well, that at least what I know about whole wheat Pete, WWP. Now, moving on to the latest and the recent allegation misconduct at this anime cosplay convention culture community. Cancel box of props and box of props, the Mario cosplayer. Of course, IRL is George Ross Martinez, and the Instagram co-op page is Cancel Box of Props on Instagram that was created last year around December 2025, from my understanding. So cancel box of props and other cosplay or convention related controversies. So again, I'm trying to be careful here, but I already spoke in my mind already. So I'm getting to my best of my abilities is to be fair, unbiased, and not to take either side here. Going based on what's already been out there on the internet, what has been ascertained, and those that have already complained or state their testimonies, do chats and live streams, podcasts, all these independent video contents. Just going based on every context here, but sharing my own thoughts here. So allegations are not automatically legal proof. Social media posts are not automatic court findings or any public statement from law enforcement, police, and such. Call out pages are not automatically final judgment. At the same time, people who report harassment, misconduct, unsafe behavior, or abuse should not be mocked, silenced, or ignored, or retaliated. If they feel unsafe, they have the right to report that. So just to be fair, even Steven here. So just throwing that out there. This is where due process matters. If someone is accused of misconduct, harassment, inappropriate behavior, or unsafe actions, or any form of allegations in general, or again, misconducts, those claims should be taken seriously. Evidence should be preserved. Someone should be brave enough to record, take a picture in front of their face, record, and then there has to be CCTV somewhere if this is done in public in general. I mean, everyone should be able to see it. There should be witness, multiple witness. So if someone is accused of misconduct, harassment, inappropriate behavior, or unsafe actions, those claims should be taken seriously. Evidence should be preserved. Like, have your phone out, record, live stream, like what I'm doing, live streaming, like document with your phone, take pictures, take snapshots, screenshots. There has to be photographers there taking pictures or recording, and there has to be CCTV security cameras all across the convention floors or are you in outside the parking lot overseeing vehicles or something? There's no way all this can be like just he said, she said, just false narratives and just blindly cancel culture out of jealousy. Like this can't just be randomly said out of the blue or just randomly fabricated or made up. Come on. I don't like all these bullpocky BS false accusations and just random tattletales. So there has to be some concrete evidence taken with the phone here. With the phone, I'm live streaming here, so I'm already showing all this. So what I said and what I'm doing here is all concrete facts. So they should take a picture with the phone, phone cameras, video, screenshot, recording, all that. Like any form of concrete evidence. Not just blindly he said, she said, false narratives, gossip, rumors. No, no. Pictures are worth a thousand words. Seeing is believing, and action speaks louder than words, as they say. Not just talking with your mouth or word of mouth. We need some legitimate hands on, solid, concrete proof with the camera. So CCTV, surveillance cameras, phone cameras, actual cameras, photographer cameras, selfie sticks. So they should be able to document all these sexual allegations and misconducts, precisely catching that user or the accused in the act, red-handed. So due process matters. So evidence should be preserved. People should report concerns to convention staff, platform moderators, law enforcement, or proper authorities when appropriate. And of course, showing concrete proof of what they did wrong. They should be caught red-handed in the act, and not just saying, "Oh, he took my money. I don't like this person. He took my money." Like just made up complaint. No, we need picture and solid complaints that the person did something wrong for real. So proper authorities when appropriate, all that. But the public should also be careful not to turn every accusation into mob punishment, like lynch mob or mob punishment. We shouldn't be doing that. Before facts are understood, concrete, solid facts. With Anime Matsuri, with Anime Matsuri, the convention has been discussed publicly for years because of allegations, boycott calls, the Me Too movement, organizer criticism, and broader community distrust. With Vic Mignogna, Vic M, the English voice actor of Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood, and the main character of or not the main character, but one of the sub main character, Tamaki, I think, from Oran High School Host Club. So with that voice actor, there were public allegations, industry consequences, and a defamation lawsuit that went through the Texas court system regarding Vic Mignogna, the English voice actor. With Whole Wheat Pete, WWP, and Box of Props. So those two content creators and cosplayers that have been going to conventions and such. So again, Whole Wheat Pete and Box of Props. I have seen public online allegations and call out discussions, but I will continue treating those as allegations unless there is stronger official documentation from law enforcement, police, court procedures, in the law of court. So court of law, pretty much. These individuals, cosplay individuals, are like innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. So again, I believe in due process. My position is this. Protect the community, but do not abandon fairness. We're trying to keep the people safe, but making sure that the accused are confirmed and not just allegations and just simply that they're accused of wrongdoing without solid proof backing up what they did wrong, showing pictures and video content of them doing the wrongdoing in the act red-handed. Cosplay is not consent. And outside cosplay, I call it physical ogling is not consent. Physical ogling is not consent. Again, cosplay is not consent. Physical ogling is not consent. Stay in your own space. Don't get into other people's personal space. Keep your hands and feet to yourself. That's the usual golden rule here. Keep your distance. Exercise 6 feet distance. During COVID-19, in that regard, in that sense, convention attendees should respect boundaries. Boundaries. Nobody should be harassed, followed, stalked, creeped upon, pressured, peer pressured, touched without permission, stalked, coerced, manipulated, or made unsafe. At the same time, accused people should not be threatened, doxxed, swatted, or treated or cyberbullied or bullied or treated as legally convicted unless there is actual legal process or confirmed findings, again, in the court of law or in court of justice. Not just random haters or trolls and other commentators that just jump to the conclusion and say, oh, yeah, he is bad because the bandwagon, other people are saying he's bad. If you have small 10 seconds or 2-minute video recording of these individuals doing the accused thing that are accused of wrongdoing, show them to the police, maybe post them to the public and censor the sensitive acts. I mean, I don't know what's the point of call outs and canceling an individual if they're just going to be accused and just going to be forever be alleged wrongdoing, and it's just we don't know if they really did it or not. I want it to be solid and confirmed, and the point of canceling them is to put them behind bars and making sure they don't succeed or prosper or continue doing what they're doing. I mean, if they're criminals, then yeah, they should get in. They should be held responsible, accountable in the court of law by law enforcement. And there has to be official statements from law enforcement and court procedures, and not just hearsay from other commentators and from the internet sleuths and all that from Reddit, 4chan. We need to hear it from police officers, law enforcement, judge, and courts, and public statements from various conventions and public events too. Not just hearsay, he said, she said from random bystanders or commentators, podcast, live streamer like myself. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna agree in saying that all these people or conventions or whatever are bad, and they deserve to be behind bars. I'm not gonna agree to that until there is an official statement confirming that they did something wrong and they have solid evidence. That's all I can say about that. Convention safety. So again, convention safety and public events, and as well as storefronts and public businesses, should not be about blind outrage. It should be about policies, rules, evidence, documentation, reporting, staff response, accountability, and fairness. Again, you take a picture with your phone using your camera phone or your camera gizmo, photographer cameras, selfie sticks, or anything that has cameras, including the surveillance camera, the CCTV, that should properly document the accused that did the wrongdoing in the act red-handed. That should be what it should be about. Solid evidence, not just word of mouth coming from a mouth, hearsay, he said, she said, gossip, rumors, just making up BS lies or fabricated, made up stories. No, it should be all about what the camera can neutrally capture, eye for an eye. This is the same principle I try to apply across all topics. Fandom events, Lion and Crown, Amazon work culture, scam awareness, cancel culture, anime conventions, online accusations, and public commentary. Separate confirmed facts from allegations, or he said, she said, hearsay. Separate personal experience from legal conclusion. Separate criticism from harassment. Separate awareness from mob behavior. We don't need just cyberbullying and all the hate, all the bandwagon. We don't need all that. As General Sunbeam, I am not claiming to have all the answers. And again, I don't know regarding fandom events, Lion and Crown, Whole Wheat Pete incident with P. Diddy or Diddy P, all about that sensitivity. I don't know about Vic Mignogna or the chairman or organizer, the owner behind Anime Matsuri. Any other misconduct within the anime convention culture community, like any other related scandal and controversies regarding to all that, I don't know. I'm not just gonna jump to the conclusion and say, "Oh yeah, this person did bad." I agree. I don't take either side. I remain neutral, unbiased, and trying to say what is out there, what's already been discussed out there on the internet. But again, if you care about your safety, I suggest not to go to conventions. Save your money. It's not worth going to conventions or just being out in large gathering. It's not safe in general, and you're never ever safe wherever you go. You can't really feel 100% certain that you are safe. You're not safe from other people. You're not safe from diseases. You're not safe from natural disasters. And importantly, if you're being too negligent, you're not safe from yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself and health, drinking, eating right, exercising. I mean, I need to work on my exercise and my diet better because I'm around 200 pounds. I'm close to 200 pounds. I'm about almost 6 feet tall in height, and I need to work on managing my weight and cutting down on sodium, salt, and unhealthy snacks, and to better control my finances, my better spending habits. I am spending a lot of money, and I have to pay a lot of debt, especially my credit card bills. I need to pay. I need to really pay a lot, all because of my bad spending habits. I'm trying to work on that, and I'm just being honest and expressing that here openly. But again, I don't know about all these accused misconducts and allegations here with all these individuals or convention, the chairman and organizer of convention. I'm just being fair of what has been said and what I heard, and I'm aware of all these. So far, I'm not gonna take either side. But if I do meet them, I just say hi, hello, and that's about it, and go my way. If these allegations are true, what they said, and I see them and caught them in the act, I'll cancel them for sure. I'm gonna put them behind bars and call them out. I'll have all the evidence and catch them in the act. I'm gonna record, live stream. Well, like what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna live stream and be a content creator, a streamer, documenting my experience going to any conventions or comic cons or public events. I want to give a heads up that I do like to record and I like to live stream for not just safety, but proof that I was there at that time and I existed, and it's all documented here on social media platforms: YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, VK, or whatever. It's all out there. I am the Solar News, after all. The Solar News. This is my own news. In indie. Oh my gosh. Allergies. As I'm saying, I am the Solar News. I am my own news broadcaster here. General Sunbeam, indie news reporter, news anchor. Caution, you're about to enter the no spin zone. General Sunbeam factor begins now. Dun, 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 dun. Just to cite that's from the Bill O'Reilly Factor, the O'Reilly Factor, the classic news on Fox Channel back in the days when I was watching Fox News on the O'Reilly Factor. So yeah, I was citing that theme, that intro theme from the O'Reilly Factor. Special thanks, shout out to Bill O'Reilly for being himself, doing his job, and speaking his mind as a news anchor, news reporter on Fox News back in the time. I'm sure he's still doing okay. He's still having his own YouTube content or being has his own independent news reporting station, Bill O'Reilly. Yeah. And I can hear my wife. My wife is across the room in her rooms talking to her friends on Discord or Facebook or Instagram, talking to her friends. Echo Eagle, Marvis Mackay playing Marvel Rivals, playing Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, Maple Story. Oh yeah, Maple Story by Nexon. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the name of that MMORPG game, Maple Story by Nexon, under Nexon, as well as Mabinogi under Nexon. So yeah, my wife plays Maple Story, Mabinogi, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Marvel's Rival, and Wuthering Waves. I don't know what else she plays, but As far as I know, that she plays on her laptop in the other room in this household. But yeah, as General Sunbeam, I am not claiming to have all the answers. I don't know what's going on again with all these accused misconducts and allegations. I am a creator, writer, anime fan, content commentator, content creator, former Amazon worker, former server waiter of working at my family's legacy restaurant, Mongolian Barbecue, Mongolian Grill, Mongol Fire Grill. I used to volunteer at several conventions like Anime Overload, IkiCon, UshiCon. I don't know if I volunteered. I volunteered at Fandom Event, Etsy Expo, and Windbloom. I mean, I have several volunteer experience at all these conventions, but most of the time I go to conventions as an attendee. And I was a volunteer at Colossal Con, Texas. So yes, content commentator, former Amazon worker, former server waiter, former pinball main event, game attendant or such, former pinball barbacker before COVID-19, the pandemic, current working adult as a pool attendant, pool monitor, and a 1099 independent contract doing lunch job, DoorDash related, driving my car a lot, having to service and maintenance my car a lot, often and frequently, not making a lot of money, trying to find a legitimate, stable work from home job to help back up my income, making enough to catch up on my credit card bills, and healthcare, dental care, vision care, and such, and keeping good care of this household, especially with the leaks, the roof leaks. There was a leak in the kitchen. Just want to add that on there, throw down there. There was a roof. It was leaking. There was a heavy rainstorm around Sunday or Monday, 4 a.m., and it was raining really hard, raining cats and dog, heavy rainstorm, rain shower, and it was leaking in the kitchen coming from that LED lights, one of those lights in the middle of the kitchen here at this household. Trying to check up with my insurance, home insurance, and see what they can do. If not, I might look into a roof repair company. I hope I don't spend like a hospital fee. I am not rich. I am not wealthy, and I'm broke, dead broke. Got the Honolulu, Hawaii trip coming up 3 months from now, eventually 2 months from now. I know my wife will be going to two conventions next month in August, and that's what's going on. So far, tomorrow I got work, doing lunch job gig, and taking my wife to work early morning, working the 11-hour shift during Amazon Prime. Again, I'm not a big fan of Amazon. Former Amazon worker, former Amazon employee, and that's one thing I don't like about working during the Prime peak and the peak at the end of the year, around Black Friday throughout December, especially through Christmas. I don't like the peak hours. 11 hours, 55 hours maximum a week. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of hard work, a lot of strenuous being on your feet. 10 to 11 hours at the warehouse floor on the concrete. Oh boy, oh my god. Oh, it's giving me a bit of a headache and a lot of PTSD here. So yes, I don't know what I can say about all these accused accusations with whole wheat Pete, box of props, Mario cosplayer, Big Monokna, Anime Matsuri, any other incel, or what my friend claimed about these allegations and misconducts, all these troublemakers. I don't know. I don't want them. I don't want any of my friends or anyone on my friend list that have issues with Anime Matsuris with all these allegations, past misconducts and allegations to tell me to avoid going to these cons or avoid meeting these people without clear proof of them catching them in the act. Like, record them in their face, take a picture of the in their face, show them what they did wrong, show them and post it to the public. That's what it's supposed to be about. Pictures is worth 1,000 words, and action speaks louder than words. Again, I mean, what I'm doing here is just live streaming, saying all this, and that's what I mean. Proper education. I want the real proof, real evidence, not just me making up stories through my own mouth, saying all this here, saying that, oh, Anime Matsuri committed this crime. I don't know. Do you have it captured on your phone, on your camera? Did the security camera, the surveillance camera, CCTV captured the owner of Anime Matsuri doing all these criminal acts, all these misconducts? There has to be some footage there that hasn't been deleted. if it's the case, and the point of cancel culture, canceling anime Matsuri, boycotting Matsuri, anime Matsuri, all this boycott movement, the Me Too movement, present them to the proper law enforcement, to the court, and making sure that it's documented through them and they have their official testimony, their official statement or something that's made open public. I mean, that's the point of cancel culture, is to put these accused behind bars. I mean, otherwise, I don't know what is a true definition of cancel culture anyway. If you're going to let all these accused controversy scandals just continue doing what they're doing, they can continue harassing and all the hate and continue, like, I don't know. I mean, that's not my problem, but if what they say is true, that these accused committed such allegation of misconduct, and if I caught them in the act, I will expose them and I will put them behind bars, and I will do what I can to make sure they really are canceled for good. You know, putting the nail in the coffin, putting the nail in the coffin. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. So yes, I am a creator, writer, anime fan, content commentator, content creator, live streamer, former Amazon worker, current working adult, and mostly in 1099 independent contractor gigs like Lunch Drop and DoorDash, Uber Eats, and such, often driving out on the road. And someone trying to build a better future, trying to put food on a table to survive and hope to live to see another day, hoping, God willing, that the next day will be better and hopefully I will reach a lot of success. I am still learning how to speak clearly, organize topics, and discuss serious issues responsibly to the best of my abilities. I cannot guarantee that, but I will try. There's room for improvement and room for opportunities. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's going on here, and just saying what's going on. And so far, I am most likely only going to Colossicon, Texas after at the end of my shift, after I finish doing my pool monitoring, pool attendant duties here in this community neighborhood, and then heading off to Colossicon, Texas, CCTX, at the Round Rock Kalahari Indoor Water Park and Conventions. But the message remains consistent. Verify before spending money, verify before spending money, verify before trusting strangers online, verify before joining events, verify before attacking someone publicly, verify, validate. Don't just say you just randomly agree without having the general knowledge, the idea, grasping the understanding what's going on. So verify, validate before accusing or attacking, and verify before assuming a company creator, cosplayer, live streamer, organizer, VTuber, or platform is innocent or guilty. So yes, verify and validate. All above and above all, stay safe, stay aware, know your surroundings, be mindful, pay attention. You have to be smart and use your head. This live stream is not just about drama. I don't like drama. I don't like horror. I don't like thriller, slasher. I don't like graphic, bloody, and gory content. This ain't about drama. It is about consumer awareness from protecting your hard-earned money from being scammed and conned and going to waste, going down the drain, wasting. It's all about consumer awareness, workplace awareness, creator awareness, safety awareness, and anime community accountability. I still support anime. I love anime. But again, I want to produce my own anime. I do not want to watch Naruto, One Piece. I don't feel like watching all that. I don't want like watching Shonen Jump anime. I want to produce my own anime. That's what I care about the most. I still support anime in general. I still support conventions and public events, pop-up events. I mean, if I'm able to have the time off, I would love to volunteer and get my own badge and keep building my resume, volunteer resume of all these events. But you know, I got obligations, work obligations, and I'm trying to make money to keep the house, keep the roof over our head, pay rent, land rent, healthcare, dental care, dentists and all that, grocery shopping, electricity, utility bills, internet, trying to live the American dream, the standard common American dream of everyone else. Mom, dad, grandparents, you graduate high school, you go to college, you get your part-time, full-time job. That standard typical American dream, trying to put food on the table and trying to survive. Especially with the gas price going up and down, it gets expensive, gets cheap, the inflation, and the corrupt politics. There's a lot of war, a lot of climate changes, a lot of diseases, and a lot of natural disasters all happening elsewhere. And it's sad. We're living in a real life dystopia. We're living in hell here on earth. I pray to the Lord for safety, pray to the Lord for success and prosperity, for longevity and good health and good faith. Pray to the Lord that people will get along no matter what political belief you are. We are people. We are people, after all. But it ain't about drama. It's about consumer awareness, workplace awareness, creator awareness, safety awareness, and anime community accountability, liability, responsibility. I still support anime in general. I still support conventions and public events. I still support creators. I mean, those at my level at least, anyone that's already successful as a content creator, like all the YouTubers, like Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Monty Ohm, like many creators in general, whether YouTubers, Rumble, that have got a large fan base, large followers. Well, I don't really want to support them if they already are successful and they're making money doing what they love doing and they can stay at home like this. Well, props to them. Kudos to them, but I ain't gonna follow them or support them if they don't collaborate with me or help me out reach there and be successful. I ain't supporting creators like other related creators if I'm not there yet. I like to get even. I am not the kind of person that likes to support large, high profile figures that are already successful and making millions of dollars when I'm trying to get there and be there myself. I only support creators at my level that have less subscribers and less fan base or followers. Just to be fair, I call that the handicap bracket. I like what I call it. I like to get even. I like to be fair with creators, content creators that are at my level or less at my level, and that's fair. I still support human artists. Believe it or not, I still support artists. Even though I use AI like ChatGPT, Gemini, and such, I just want to be transparently fair. I use AI, text based AI, but I still support artists. It's just I'm on a budget, I'm on a heavy budget, and it's not a necessity, unfortunately. But I also support transparency and open dialogue, due process, worker dignity, and protecting people from scams and unsafe situations or circumstances. So that is the memo from General Sunbeam from me. Now, continue on the live stream, continue on the chatterbox. Oh man, it's already 11:22 p.m. and I think my wife starts work at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, I think, for Prime Week, Amazon Prime Week, working from 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., 11-hour shift at Amazon at the fulfillment center. Like any Amazon, it's gonna probably be long shift, working regular full time. But today is the Amazon Prime Week, and it's busy. So the peak is strong, 11 hours at the max. So my wife will be working tomorrow and Friday through Saturday, three extra shift, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, and she's off on Father's Day, Sunday, and I think Juneteenth is on the 19th. Juneteenth. I don't know how you pronounce it. Juneteenth on Friday. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So once again, good day to everyone, viewers and audience watching and listening and hearing me out. This is General Sunbeam as again coming to you again with another solar news live stream and content creation updates. So for today's or tonight live stream is going to connect a few different things together. My long-term anime dream, my Wattpad story Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains, personal responsibility, home safety, public awareness, house chores, bills, and staying productive in everyday life, being a responsible adult. First, first, I want to start with my dream again. Once more, because because I cannot stress this enough. My long-term goal is to become an anime creator. My long-term in-game goal is to become an anime creator, anime producer, writer, and creative director behind my own original anime style project. I want Supremacy, Clash Between Heroes and Villains to become more than a Wattpad story, more than concept images, and more than ideas sitting in my head. Yes, so again, I want Supremacy, Clash Between Heroes and Villains to become more than a Wattpad story, more than concept images, and more than ideas sitting in my head. I want to see it on the big screen. Yes, I want to see it on the big screen on television, on TV, and probably at movie theaters. Just like every other Crunchyroll creators out there that have their own anime on Crunchyroll or on other streaming services. I want to see it on television, TV. I want to see it as a real animated series. Season one episode one. I want to see it as a real animated series, maybe even a movie one day. I want to see my characters moving, speaking, fighting, struggling, growing, and standing alongside the rest of the anime worlds that people already watch on streaming platforms and television. Again, Crunchyroll, Rooster Teeth, Sentai Films Work, Studio Ghibli, all that. Supremacy Clash Between Heroes and Villains is my original story idea or concept from Wattpad under Sunbeam 007, also known as General Sunbeam GS. It is built around four heroic leaders and four villainous leaders, each with their own colors, symbols, regimes, armies, ideologies, and conflicts, each with their own political beliefs. And yes, is it isekai warfare and politics with superhuman dictators of these main characters. General Sunbeam, Lady Moonbeam, ex Vice Colonel Starbeam, and Professor Galaxbeam stand on one side, known as the Allied Evolution Salvation, or AES, while the villainous four, Lord Darkwing, Blackwing, Shadowwing, and Doctor Deathwing, stand on the other as the Bullying Revolutionary Deficiency, or BRD. It is a story. It is a story about heroes, villains, leadership, power, rivalry, loyalty, war, politics, and the struggle to decide the future. This is my dream. This is my dream. I want to be among the other anime creators, directors, producers, directors, and storytellers who took an idea, pitch it to the anime studio industries and turned it into something people could watch, remember, and talk about, or blog about, or buzz about. I know it is super competitive. I know it is expensive. I know it takes a team. It doesn't take one person, it takes a team. And I know it is grossly oversaturated and unfair. I know it takes animators, artists, voice actors, music, sound effects, editing, storyboarding, production planning, and funding. I know one person alone cannot easily do everything, all of this. But nonetheless, I am doing my best and I am still trying. Just thinking about it is just stressing me out and it just feels impossible because nobody is coming forward or stepping forward to help me out with all this. It's sad. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what they have that I don't have. What all these other anime creators, producers, directors that got their anime streaming on Crunchyroll, what they have that I don't have. I mean, come on. I know it costs money, and I'm trying to budget and trying to build a good, strong saving to make that a reality. But one person alone cannot easily do everything here. Again, I'm just trying, doing my best, what I humanly can. I am sharing these ideas. I am sharing these ideas, promoting and advertising these ideas, images, and live streams because I hope someone out there sees the vision and care about it. Hopefully, I pray to the Lord. Maybe an animator, artist, producer, investor, studio contact, editor, voice actor, or creative person will one day say, General Sunbeam, General Sunbeam, I see what you are trying to build. I like your concept. Let us talk about how to bring this closer to reality. Or, or General Sunbeam, I see what you are trying to build. I see your idea. I know you are using AI like ChatGPT or whatever AI, but hey, I'm gonna look the other way. I love your concept. I love your idea. Let us talk about it over a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Let's eat at a restaurant and then I'll pay for your meal, something like that. Let's discuss how we can make this a reality and let's get it on TV. Let's turn it into a full blown anime. Like all these animators out there, Code Geass, Sword Art Online, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, JoJo Bizarre's Adventure, Mob Psycho, Psycho Mob 101, Dan Da Dan, Dan Da Dan, Chicken Fighter or Cock Fighter or something, Rooster Fighter or something. Ruby, Monty owns Ruby and Rooster Teeth, Red versus Blue, Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh, Mucha Lucha, Jackie Chan Adventures, like every cartoons and all these cartoons on Cartoon Network and any animation produced by all these animators. I don't like whatever anime, even Crunchyroll, like all these anime on Crunchyrolls and other related streaming services. I don't know what they have that I don't have, and I don't know how they able to have such production team while I'm the only one doing all this and I'm using AI to make it closer to reality. But hopefully, I'm hoping that all these people with anime pipeline experience will step forward and one day say, General Sunbeam, I see what you have, what you are trying to build. I like your concept. I like your ideas. Let us talk about how to bring this closer to reality. That is what I want to hear precisely, or something along those lines. I want someone to come forward and say that to me. And they have the money, they have the investment, they have the network, they have the coordination. They got a whole bunch of dedicated, committed team to help me bring this to life, bring this to fruition. I want to see my anime get on television. I want to be the next animator, the next anime director, producer, and creator, like all the big three: Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, maybe Dragon Ball Z, and all these Shonen Jump anime and Shujo anime. Like I want to be one of those people, one of those producers, and work with Crunchyroll, all the staff of Crunchyroll, the streaming service, the anime industries. I want to do all that. So I appreciate anyone that's hearing me out right now. Come forward and step forward and post it here on my live comment, live chat, and say, General Sunbeam, I like your concept. Let us talk about how to bring this closer to reality. I appreciate it. And let me get there. You go. Yeah, so far no one is watching here on YouTube. I bet nobody's watching here on Twitch or Rumble. And let me see if I got, yep, no comments here on Facebook either. No current viewers here on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, or Twitch. That's sad. And no followers, not even new followers on Wattpad. Promoting this for a long time and discussing this. So far, no followers. Yep, I refreshed the page. No followers. Stuck at 10 followers. This is what I'm trying to promote here on Wattpad. Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. So there's all these chapters here. Oh man, let me catch my breath a bit. Okay. So yes, that is the dream I keep speaking into the world here to all the viewers and audiences. All right. Now moving from the dream into real life. So again, today was also a reminder that dreams still have to live alongside responsibility. Well, yeah, let's get to the serious part here. So I just got home after eating at El Rincon in downtown Pflugerville, here in Central Texas, at the Mexican restaurant El Rincon, El Rincon in downtown Pflugerville. I had a menudo, delicious Mexican spicy tripe soup called menudo. And then I stopped by HEB to buy sushi for my wife, a Suna Bina 500 or a Suna Cute 5 or a Suna 500. Now I am back home focusing on house chores, cleaning, laundry, restroom cleanup, kitchen cleanup, mopping the floor, keeping the household tidy and clean, and to keep the pests like cockroaches out, flies and bugs, and trying to keep the house organized, cleaned, and again, stable and all that, making sure nothing breaks down. This live stream is also personal accountability. I want to show that I am doing my part as a responsible adult. In one of my live stream where I did an IRL live stream selfie of me mopping the floor, mopping the living room multiple times, putting on music on YouTube, which is my own music from Suno AI or Udio AI, playing my own original music, promoting my brand, General Sunbeam, and my Wattpad. And yeah, I'm trying to grow out there to be a prospective and successful content creator, streamer, and a aspiring anime creator, director, producer. Can't stress that enough. This live stream is also personal accountability. I want to show that I am doing my part as a responsible adult. Keeping the house clean matters. Whenever I feel productive, I mean, I did change out the trash and throw away trash and recycle and trying to keep the kitchen tidy. And again, I do a lot more. Taking my wife to work, picking her up, then going to my pool attendant job, trying to be there on time, not to be late, and trying to put a good impression on my management and supervisors. Again, I'm not a big fan of W-2 or W-4 jobs. I'm a 1099 independent contractor. I value my own time and like to work on my own schedule, be the boss of my own schedule. I just want to be honest in that kind of employment preference. So yes, what I'm doing is part of my responsible being as a responsible adult, as a responsible husband, doing the best of my abilities here. I mean, I'm communicating this in general because I know what's going on around me. Between me and my wife, I know what's going on. And within friend circle, within the friends circle of close friends, I know what's going on. So keeping the house clean matters. Laundry matters, restroom cleaning matters, kitchen cleaning matters, taking out trash matters, preventing bugs, cockroaches, spiders, clutter, and mess matters. These may not be glamorous things, but they are part of real life. And again, that's part of being a responsible adult. When you have your own apartment or condo or your living space, you gotta do house chores. It ain't gonna clean itself up unless you're able to build a robot. And again, you want to replace human robots and AI. I don't know what I can say about that. Oh my gosh, I already hate all these acne. Yep. Uh, all right. So safety first. Safety first. So safety first, health first, build first, clean home first, family first, then hobbies, entertainment, anime, gaming, and content creation can come after that. I mean, health and safety are first, then work, obligations. Gotta make money, gotta put food on the table, take care of your families, loved ones. Again, standard American dream concept here. I also had a serious reminder today about kitchen safety. I accidentally burned my hand, I think my right arm around there. Yeah, my right arm. I could feel the pain. I accidentally burned my hand on the stove because the stove was left on. The stove was left on a few days ago. That may sound like a small mistake. It's a small mistake, but small safety mistakes can become serious very quickly. If you left the stove on, the oven on, and you forgot to turn it off, it gets very hot, and you burn your hand. And if the house is made out of wood, the house will catch on fire. It's a fire hazard, so it's a safety concern. That may sound like a small mistake, but small safety mistakes can become serious very quickly. So yeah, I accidentally burned my hand because the stove was left on in the kitchen. That may sound like a small mistake, but small safety mistakes can become serious very quickly. So please turn off the stove, turn off the oven, and turn off anything electrical when it is not being used. So when you finish, turn off the lights, turn off the room lights. When anything is not being used, turn it off and unplug it. Save electricity. I don't want the electricity bill to go up to $400 or $500. I want to save a lot of money. I'm broke. I'm on a budget, tight budget. So safety, safety, safety. Turn off the stove, turn off the oven, turn off anything electrical when not in use. Keep it away from water. Do not close yourself in another room, play games, talking to your friends, watching anime or videos or video contents, or forget that the heat is still active. If a fire starts, once again, if a fire starts, you can lose more than property. You can lose shelter, money, time, peace of mind, and safety. I don't want to be homeless, and I'm sure nobody likes to be homeless. So I'm saying that as a general reminder: turn off the stove, turn off the oven, and turn off anything electrical. Keep water away from the power outlets, and turn off all the power, the whole power. Turn off the full power breakers before fixing anything electrical. Health and safety comes first. I don't want anybody getting electrocuted or severely burned. And I don't want your house or whatever your living space burned down to the ground and you end up being homeless. Or you put in the hospital or loss of life. That's the worst case scenario. I don't want that. I don't want to hear any more bad breaking news and tragedies. Not a big fan of it. Fire hazards, trip hazards, electrical hazards, and water near outlets or appliances are not things to take lightly. Today was also a reminder about driving safety. My right headlight, or a few days ago, went out. I think yesterday, but again, a few days ago to eventually being recently, my right headlight went out when taking my wife to work. After dropping off my wife to work, my right headlight went out on my vehicle. And I need to get that fixed as soon as possible before driving at night. So yeah, another reminder about driving safety: to keep your lights working, your brake lights working, your brakes, tires. Again, maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. Fixing your vehicle, keeping it in good condition to prevent driving hazards. So fix your headlights, fix your lights, brakes, lights, brakes, tires. Making sure you take care of your flat tires, oil change, any major safety components when driving, especially when doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, Favor, Grubhub, any catering gigs like Lunch Drop, Food Job, and any other and other related catering gigs where you're delivering to offices, schools, banks, hospitals, factories, facilities. Just make sure to pay attention to your vehicle needs and service them necessary, keeping them in good condition. I mean, there's a lot of toll, you're putting a lot of wear and tear, and you are investing a lot of your time and your own personal safety out on the road. Everything is unpredictable. But remember, safety matters and anticipation matters, and exercising good judgment and knowledge matters. A headlight problem may seem minor during the day, but at night it becomes a visibility and safety issue. Driving requires attention, maintenance, awareness, and responsibility. Earlier, I also noticed police or sheriff activity on the blink camera near the house or neighborhood area in the residential area. I do not know what happened, so I am not assuming anything here. But again, around the time earlier or a few days ago, I also noticed two sheriff cruisers, two sheriff patrol vehicles, four police staff, police officers on the residential area, according to the Blink camera surveillance, near the house or neighborhood residential area of the community. I do not know what happened, so again, I am not assuming anything. I am not spreading rumors. I am simply staying aware and just keeping posted and updated what's going on within the neighborhood residential community and keeping the peace and making sure everyone is doing everything safely and correctly and making sure there's no criminal negligence or criminal activity close to home. I pray to the Lord that we continue to live safely and enjoy life to the fullest. Pray to the Lord. And I pray to the Lord that I continue doing pool attendant and pool monitoring within the community neighborhood safely, and pray that the people would listen and take pool safety rules seriously. Come on, it's fun and games if someone gets hurt. I just want to speak from the bottom of my heart because we are there to keep you safe and we're here to enforce the rules whether you like it or not. So follow the pool safety rules. You've been swimming for a long time and I'm sure you understand common sense that you know the rules and we're going to enforce them. And I appreciate the compliance and understanding. So, again, safety matters, being mindful of your surrounding, being aware, paying attention. It's fun and games until someone get hurt. Just remember that. So, yeah, so if something is happening nearby, the best thing to do is remain calm, stay informed, keep your doors secured, locked, avoid interfering, and let law enforcement or emergency responders handle their job. That's the proper way to go about it. Keep your doors locked, secure your property, and again, if you have your own security camera, have them out there outside in the parking lot capturing what's going on the streets and such. But keep your doors secured and locked. And in case, have a makeshift defensive weapon or something. I mean, this is all about self-defense, and that's the proper way to exercise the Second Amendment right. It's not about owning firearms or guns and then bang bang. No, no, we ain't about that. I am not about actual firearms. I'm about Jackie Chan improvisation and using hand-to-hand combat kind of thing in self-defense. But surveillance is number one priority as the best self-defense is to capture, capture the criminal activity in the act, red-handed. So this connects to a bigger safety message. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your surroundings. When you are walking, driving, shopping, traveling, going to work, attending events, or meeting people, pay attention. Pay attention. Be keen. Pay sharp attention. Be aware. Pay attention to details if you can. Whenever you're doing all these activities, pay attention. People can be unpredictable. There's a saying I would learn that crime has no address. Crime can happen anywhere and people can be unpredictable. Events can be unpredictable. You will never know. So again, people can be unpredictable. Situations can change quickly. Do not get into cars with strangers. Do not randomly go to a house. Ring the doorbell. Don't be a nuisance. So again, do not get into cars with strangers. Do not hang out with people you don't really know too well. Don't go to random parties. Like at conventions, don't go to random parties. Be careful when it comes to alcohol and drinking. Know your limits and be safe. I cannot stress that enough. Be careful who you trust. Even your close friends or friends can be unpredictable. They can change a heart. There's change of hearts, and they can be backstabbing betrayals. I mean, I've seen that with Selena Quintatilla with her close friends who was like a manager who shot her, and yeah, I heard that story of the female singer, the Tejano singer Selena Quintatilla. Sad. The killer, the criminal, Yolanda Salvador, who murdered Selena Quintatilla. they were close friends, like good friends, close friends, and something like that defines that you and I are people, and people in general can be unpredictable. So don't be careful who you trust. Trust can be misplaced, and people can lose trust. So don't get too comfortable with your surrounding friends, close friends, because anything bad can happen. Events, things are just unpredictable naturally. It's better to stay on your guard and stay cautious. Watch local news, weather alerts, neighborhood updates, and official information when needed. I know not everybody's into news, and I understand that news is just politics and political, and it's so sensitive and annoying and triggering. And I don't know what I can say about that, but I don't have issues watching the news or weather updates in general. I'm not very sensitive to what's going on the news, but I watch it just to be aware of what's going on in an educational, academic sense. Accidents, emergencies, crime, storms, diseases, and unexpected incidents can happen anywhere. So again, it is all unpredictable. It can happen anywhere. You cannot really run or hide from it. Also, please be responsible with alcohol. Now, moving on to alcohol. I will say this again. I have said this on my post and say it numerous times already. Even sharing this with surrounding friends and even on Instagram chat, messengers, and Discord regarding alcohol and all these safetyness. So again, also please be responsible with alcohol. You must be 21 here in USA in the United States of America, precisely here in Texas. You must be 21 or older to purchase or drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes or vape. I think you have to be 21, beyond 18. So you have to be 21 plus to purchase or drink alcohol, smoke or vape. Always check labels. Some drinks look like juice, soda, sparkling water, or energy drinks, but they may contain alcohol. Look for words like alcohol, ABV, ALC, or percentage like 3%, 35%, or higher. Know your limit. Do not drink and drive. Do not put yourself and others at risk. So again, look for alcohol or contains alcohol. Look for words like alcohol, contains alcohol, ABV, ALC, or percentage like 3%, 5%, or higher. Know your limits and do not drink and drive and do not put yourself or others at risk. So remember that. I am stressing this because I don't like that my wife is drunk or buzzed from drinking a White Claw or black cherry flavor from one of her friend, Echo Eagle. And I will call that out as it is because there's a safety and health violation. I don't want anything bad happen to any of our immediate family members on either side. That includes my wife and my parents, grandparents, because I would know if anything happens to me, they would know. Any of my colleagues, management, supervisor will know. There's always going to be someone that will recognize me or wondering about what happened to me, what happened to Sunbeam Titan, what happened to General Sunbeam. Is he still around? Is he okay? There's always going to be someone that's going to care. Usually, family members, in-law family members, colleagues, employees, close former employees or colleagues, friends, acquaintances, convention goers, con goers, even those that have watched my live streams or any of my video content wondering what happened to Sunbeam Titan, General Sunbeam. Is he doing okay? Where is he? For those that care, keep tabs, thank you. But again, I am aware of what's going on and I want my wife to come home safely. Cannot stress this enough. I want friends to be friends and not friends turn into foe. Like again, what Yolanda Salvador, what happened to Yolanda Salvador and Selena Quintatilla, the female Mexicano or Tejano singer. Yolanda Salvador, the murderer, the criminal who shot Selena Quintatilla. They were close friends and they own a business like a boutique shop or something. And it's just sad that it happened. So just remember that people are unpredictable. It doesn't matter if it's a friend, a close friend. Trust can be misplaced. I know what people thinking about. I might be doing something bad, and hey, whoa, hey, at least I'm calling that and keeping myself in check. I made a vow, a promise. I don't believe in firearms. I don't believe in swords or knives and such. I have never stepped foot into anything that sells firearms, actual live guns. I don't go to a gun show. I avoid anything that is live weaponry. I don't believe in owning firearms. I am not a gun owner. Gun owner. I don't exercise the Second Amendment. On rare occasion, if I were in a situation between life and it's an immediate life and death, and I'm able to get a hold of a firearm, that would be in a rare instance. But I pray to the Lord that I never have to go that far or be in that situation. I pray to the Lord to remain safe in good faith. Pray to the Lord to be successful in doing what I want to do, and pray to the Lord that I can keep this house and that me and my wife and our immediate family members, good friends, in good faith are safe and prospering and successful, finding our in-game career goal dream and living that American dream to the fullest. I pray to the Lord. So again, when it comes to alcohol, you have to be 21 over here in USA, here in America, you have to be 21 plus to purchase or drink alcohol, smoke, vape. Always check labels. Some drinks look like juice, soda, sparkling water, or energy drinks, but they may contain alcohol. Look for words like alcohol, ABV, ALC, or percentage like 3%, 5%, or higher. Read the labels. Know your limit. Do not drink and drive. Do not put yourself or others at risk. Be respectful, treat people the way you want to be treated, understand right from wrong. Bad choices can lead to real consequences, legal trouble, injury, hospital bills, insurance problems, family stress, financial loss, or worse, cancel culture. Because you will be called out by me or by other content creators on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, other podcasts, live streamers. Again, just other content creators documenting criminal behavior. So yeah, just be careful. I mean, actions do have consequences. So now, games, movies, anime, live streaming, social media, and entertainment, recreation, and leisure in general are fine in moderation. I love anime. I love storytelling. I love content creation. I want my hobbies to become my full-time career one day, hopefully. Pray to the Lord. But entertainment should not come before safety, work, bills, health, family obligations, and responsibility. So I want to make that crystal clear as it can be about entertainment, hobbies, recreation, and leisure activities. Safety, health and safety comes first, as well as work obligations, paying your bills, putting family obligations as well, and your responsibility as a responsible adult. Must put all those first before video games, gaming, watching anime, or any form of entertainment recreation. That is the balance. That is the balance I am still learning too myself. I sometimes do play games, but rarely I do. I don't play games often. I don't watch anime. I'm not the kind of person that likes to binge watch anime. I'm not that kind of person. I'm at the point where I want to push into my dream career goal and hope to retire that as my full time. I want to build my dream, but I also have bills to pay or have to pay bills. I want to produce anime, but I also have to clean the house. I want to grow online in a prospective and successful manner, but I also have to fix the headlight on my vehicle. Well, that was recently, but now that's been resolved. At the time of this live stream, the headlights has been fixed. I want to create supremacy clash between heroes and villains on my original concept, on my original story on Wattpad, but I also have to turn off the stove or remind my wife and any friends or any guests here at this household to turn off the stove, turn off the oven, and make sure the house is safe. It is almost the end of June. Yes, halfway, almost the end of June, eventually going to late June, and July and August are coming. And September will be here soon with the Honolulu, Hawaii trip, the round trip for 1 week. Eventually, conventions and events are coming too. But bills, house payments, safety, health, and responsibility comes first. Health and safety top priority. When I look at the news, it often feels like every headline is tragedy, breaking bad news, violence, disasters, diseases, protests, political tension, conflict, civil unrest, warfare, and people fighting each other. Sometimes the world feels chaotic, divided, and unstable. It can feel like everything is anger, fear, anxiety, noise, and conflict, consistent conflict. But I still want to believe in diplomacy. I still believe in diplomacy, talking it out, peace, keeping the peace. I still want to believe in peace. Once again, I said that, but yeah. I still want to believe people can work things out. I know I said that again, but yeah. I still want to believe that regular people on the outside, people like you and me, can choose responsibility, patience, awareness, and respect instead of making everything worse, leading to violence, harm, and putting one another in a hospital and leading to just permanent tragedies. I don't like that. We may not control the world, we may not control the whole world, but we can control our choices, free will. We can control our choices we make. We can turn off the stove. Once again, we can turn off the stove, turn off the oven, remove electrical appliances, and save lives and prevent fire hazards. We can fix the headlight. We can clean the house. We can pay bills. We can be careful on the road. We can treat people better or treat others the way we want to be treated. We can avoid spreading rumors, false narratives, gossips. We can protect our family and put food on the table and putting our work obligations first and then family obligations and all together at the top is health and safety. We can build our dreams one step at a time or chase our dream goals, whatever you want it to be, within the law and policies. Where there is a problem, there is a solution. Where there is a will, there is a way. As my senior friends have said it. Usually everything costs money. Yeah, that's a sad thing. Unfortunately, due to inflation, it costs money. Almost everything costs money. Everything's feeling expensive and pricey. But again, where there's a will, there is a way, and then when there's usually a problem, there is a solution to it. But overall, safety first, health first. They come first. Bills first, well, employment is next, work obligations next, and bills first, family obligation first, clean home first, be productive, be responsible, and keep moving forward. And yes, I will keep speaking my dream into existence. Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. I want to produce my own anime. I want to bring my Wattpad story to life. I want to see General Sunbeam in the world of Supremacy reach the screen on television one of these days. Pray to the Lord. Hopefully, my wish is granted. This is General Sunbeam signing on with another solar news live stream, part dream, part safety reminder, and part personal accountability and part real life responsibility. Stay bright, stay safe, stay aware, pay attention, and take care of yourself and the people who matter to you, your loved ones, family, wife, husband, pets, children. Just remember that. Pay attention. Follow the rules, policy, and the law. They are there to keep you and the other person safe. And respect the attendants, management, and police officers or any law enforcement. They're there to do their job. Of course, nobody likes to follow the rules and laws, and I understand, but that's what the rules and laws exist, and therefore. And that is the memo. Oh my goodness. Didn't know I have a lot more to speak on here. So eventually, this might be just be part three on the continuous live stream on our previous live stream here on Facebook and YouTube, and maybe part two on Rumble and Twitch. Yeah, just promoting my Wattpad. Still stuck at 10 followers. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Why I'm stuck at. Oh, what did my. Oh, my family say something. Okay. Okay, so my immediate family member have booked a cruise for next year, and I'm gonna share this immediately. Okay, so I receive a text from my immediate family members, posted that they state that this is a fairly lengthy, long narrative here, based on the text that my immediate family book, immediate family has expressed here that the immediate family member booked for me and my wife a 10-day Carnival Miracle ship cruise for next year March from 3/15/2027 or 3/15/27 to 3/25/27. You will need 80 hours of vacation time reserved for this cruise. 80 hours reserved for this cruise. The rate per person is $362.34, including tax fees plus $170 gratuity equal $532.34 per person times two equals 1,000 or 1064 1,064 and 68 cents total for you both together for the room. We will switch out the people in the booking to the actual room when on board, so you both will have your own room. 10-day Eastern Caribbean from Galveston, Texas. Carnival Miracle. Oh, I pray for a miracle. Monday, March 15th, 2027 through March 25th, 2027. Okay, I just communicate this to few friends, few surrounding friends, and the Instagram Texas cosplayer group chat with all surrounding friends about the cruise trip that my immediate family have posted, have already communicated for next year for spring season in March, mid March through late March of 2027, 2027 next year regarding the cruise trip on the cruise on the Miracle Carnival Miracle, which is a 10-day trip, 10-day trip. So we're gonna have to save vacation hours or PTO for my wife on my wife's end. And I don't know about me because I'm probably gonna try to hold that, try not to apply to any more W-2 jobs and all that. But they're sharing that to communicate with immediate family. And I'm just checking my email. Oh man, I gotta go to bed. Gotta wake up early around 4:30 a.m. to take my wife to work. Working at 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. 11-hour shift at Amazon fulfillment center or at that warehouse. So again, just sharing what my immediate family member have posted about the next cruise. Next upcoming cruise is a 10-day cruise. 10-day. Oh boy, 10-day. Once again, is a repeated, ongoing thing with the cruise, with my family, with grandparents, parents, trying to spend time, spend some quality time together, and hopefully that we're hoping to come together as a family as a whole and trying to have fun going on a cruise. Yeah, going on a cruise on a cruise ship next year in mid March through late March. All right, so again, I already shared that with surrounding friends, and we shared on Instagram, on several few Facebook groups, letting surrounding friends be aware. So again, it's the same recurring thing. And again, just spreading awareness about fandom event and Lion and Crown, the same ownership, and all these long posts with hashtags, SEO hashtags, and my previous live stream that I posted 8 hours ago about promoting my Wattpad. Yep. So everything's all posted for everything's all for most of the thing. Most is already been set in stone, and yeah, working hard to make the money, and hopefully we have the money for the next cruise. Oh man, we're gonna fall behind, but I'm working hard and trying to make the money. Oh boy. But yeah, again, promoting Supremacy, clash between heroes and villains. Look at all this chapter here, all these chapters. All right, so eventually I'm gonna have to call it a night. Gotta wake up early, gotta take my wife to work. I'm not a big fan of being a morning person, but yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. Part of being a responsible adult, having to be the primary designated driver, taking my wife to work early in the morning. I'm not a morning person, and again, this is why I don't like working at Amazon. 11 hours waking up this early, starting work at 6:30 a.m. or 7, working long shift, 11 hours, but hey, pays the bills. And I'm sure they have coffee and good benefits, very good benefits working over there for Amazon. Still surprised they're still in business. But yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do, being a responsible adult, being productive here, and again, promoting my Wattpad here, all these chapters. And again, followers here, 10 followers. Is my phone, am I still streaming on Rumble? What the heck is going on? Oh, there you go. I did not know I turned off my phone. Hello, Rumble and Twitch user. Again, promoting my Wattpad General Sunbeam at Sunbeam007. Let me see if there's any comments. Just a bunch of Pokemon community game on Twitch. Let's see. Yep. Oh, let's see. Any chatterbox? Oh my gosh. Habitual resignation. Why am I'm getting all these random comments that was posted 2 hours ago? AI viewers, streamboo.com. It's always that single spam. Habitual resignation. That's right. That's here on Twitch, on Twitch live chat. So yeah, follow me on Wattpad. Appreciate your support. General Sunbeam, Sunbeam007 on Wattpad. Hoping any of you content creators share and repost, and any animators or anyone that's proficient in anime pipeline, working with Crunchyroll and other streaming, other anime related studio industries. I appreciate you come forward, step forward, help me get there and produce my own anime and be the next anime creator, director, and producer. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I want to hit it into all these live stream in the stream here, Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you for following me. Thank you for watching from start to finish, hearing me out. Appreciate the share, repost, promotion, advertisement. Thank you for helping me build make a name for myself and getting out there on the general public of the internet. So again, I am General Sunbeam, Sunbeam Titan, Sunbeam007, Sunbeam0072 on Twitch, Sunbeam0 on DeviantArt, Solitaire Cosplay on Facebook and DeviantArt. I may also be known as Sunbeam 10 on Steam or something, but I'm generally just go by Sunbeam. Sunbeam from CAF, Sunbeam from Zashville Season 2. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following me. Peace. And have a great night.